Good morning, I'm in the village of Stocksfield in Northumberland for the 2017 rttc Hill Climb Championship. The event today is being run by GS Metro on behalf of the North East District. As you can probably see, it's a bright day, there's a bit of a breeze and it looks pretty good for hill climbing. There's a full field of 240 riders, so we're in for some good action, I think. This is the first time the event has been held in Northumbria since 2004.
To organise the event, it generally starts about 2 years ahead of today, where we put the bid in with CTT to actually hold the event. From there it's a case of selecting a hill, rallying the personnel that you need to manage the event on the day. Dealing with a large volume of entries, the event is always oversubscribed. We had over 300 entries for this, so had to select the field. Hopefully we'll see the fruits of 2 years of effort with a good event here today and a good race amongst the men, women and juniors taking part.
The course is a 1.1 mile stretch of the unnamed road between Stocksfield Golf Club and Headley on the Hill. The spectators are moving into position as the first rider approaches the line. And that rider is local man Craig Barry, riding for promoting club GS Metro. Craig completed in 5 minutes and 44.3 seconds. Next to start his race is Christopher Beattie, riding for Allen Valley Velo. His time was 5:17.1. This is number 10, Ted Cross, riding for University of Bristol Cycling Club. Ted reached the top of the hill in 4:43.4. Next on the line is Cycling Time Trials treasurer Mark Sanders. Mark rides for Mid Devon Cycling Club and put in a time of 6:3.9. This is Joe Agnew and he rides for Edinburgh Road Club. Joe's time 4:40.7. Dominic Munnelly is the next to begin his race. Dominic rides for Newcastle Cheviot CC and his time was 4:41.8. Next on the start line is Francis Chesters. Francis rides for Matlock CC and he completed his ride in 4:56.2. Number 21 is Tom Andrews, riding for University of Sheffield Cycling Club and his time was 4:56.4. And this is Samuel Davis, who rides for Muckle Cycling Club. Sam got to the top in 4:46.4. Starting his race now is Paul Armstrong of Sheffrick CC. Paul did a 4:51. Number 30 is James King, riding for OVB. James's time was 4:47.9. And as Clive Upton of Hambleton Road Club starts his ride to a time of 5:23.8, our cameraman starts the steady climb to the finish line. junior riders are starting to pass through. This is Morgan Lloyd of Tarry Riders on his way to a time of 5:58.1.
Well done. Well done. Looking good. Go, 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 go.
This is 17-year-old George Kimber riding for Devon-based CS Dynamo on his way to the junior boys gold medal with a time of 4:13.9, 10 seconds ahead of his nearest rival. And this is the fastest junior girl, Corinne Side, riding for the Racing Chance Foundation. And her time was 5:19 dead. We've just passed the 500 metres to go mark, and this is the part of the course with the most spectators. The crowd are being very encouraging as Susan Patterson of Holliston 92 passes on her way to a time of 5:42.9. Number 170 is Gemma Frost of Muckle Cycling Club. Gemma finished in a time of 5:34.1. This is Emily Verrocken of Max Racing Team, and her time was 5:40.2. Rebecca Johnson of XRT LB Cycles is the next to pass our camera position, and she finishes in 5:27.1. Approaching the camera now is Helen Aldridge riding for Liverpool Phoenix CC Aintree. She finished in 5:49.1. Another rider from the Racing Chance Foundation now. This is Tamsin Vickery on her way to a time of 5:32.7. Jacintha Hamilton Love of the London-based Dulwich Paragon CC is next, and she reached the top in 5:20.6. Henrietta Colborne riding for Swabo Ladies is the next to climb the hill. Henrietta's finishing time was 5:29.1. This is Elizabeth Banks of Story Racing. She completed in 5:16.1. You're looking now at the second fastest woman of the day, Mary Wilkinson of Yorkshire Road Club, and her time was 4:54.5, earning her the silver medal. Here's Rebecca Goodson, who rides for Velo Shields Interbike Racing Team, and she's heading for a time of 5:13.2. Number 184 is Joanne Jago, and she rides for Performance Cycles. Her time was 5:27.1. Jessica Evans of Assos Equip UK is the next to pass the camera, and she finished in 5:11.6. This is Alice Lethbridge riding for Drag to Zero, who's having a great season, and today she finished in a time of 5:21.4. Here's Hayley Simmons of Team WNT Pro Cycling. Hayley reached the top in 4:55.6, making her the third fastest woman and taking the bronze medal. Fiona Burney rides for the promoting club GS Metro, and she's finishing fourth with a time of 5:3.9. The fastest woman on the day was Jocelyn Loudon, who rides for Lewis Wanderers Cycling Club. Jocelyn won by just over a second with a time of 4:53.4, taking the gold medal. We're back to the men now, and this is Nick Martin riding for East Grinstead CC. Nick reached the top in 4:35.5. And we head on up the hill. There are just 4 riders remaining to cross the line, and they are the 4 fastest riders on the day. This is the bronze medal winner, Kieran Savage, riding for Team B38 Underpin Racing. Kieran finished in 4:3.1. Joseph Clark is next over the line. Joe rides for Cycle Sheffield Giant, and he finished in 4:4.9, missing out on a podium place by less than 2 seconds. This is the 2017 RTCC Hill Climb champion, Dan Evans, reclaiming the title from 2014. Dan rides for Assos Equip UK, is one of only 2 riders to achieve a sub-4 minute time. His finishing time, 3:54.3. The last rider is defending champion Adam Kenway of Team Raleigh GAC. Adam just managed a sub-4 minute time with 3:59.5, taking the silver medal. And it's time for the competitors, spectators and timekeepers to head back to Race HQ for the results and presentations.
There you go. 2017 National Junior Girl Hill Climb Champion from Racing Chance Foundation with a time of 5:19.0 is Kareen Side.
Congratulations, well done. That's your championship.
It went really well. It was really good towards the top when you were really like suffering and there was like a really big crowd there to really cheer you on.
2017 National Hill Climb Junior Girl Champion from CS Dynamo with a time of 4:13.9 is George Kimber.
Obviously it's a really tough race, really short, really intense, but the crowds, yeah, they were just awesome, especially 500 metres to go, just with that massive crowd. And I think I went slightly too hard in that on the massive crowds, but I just managed to hang on till the end, and yeah, just really happy with that.
The 2017 National Women's Hill Climb Champion with a time of 4:53.4 from Lewis Wanderers, Jocelyn Loudon.
Yeah, really pleased with my ride. I knew it was going to be really tough because the other girls were really good, but then that's the way it should be at a national. So yeah, had a great time.
And the 2017 National Men's Hill Climb Champion with a time of 3:54.3 from Assos Equip UK, Dan Evans.
It was difficult. I thought I'd overcooked it a bit by the first hairpin, and then sort of died a bit. And luckily, I hit the crowd and kind of picked up again, and off I went to the top. Yeah, it was a good course, suited me. Not too steep, quite a power climb really, but get a bit of speed up. So yeah. Couldn't have asked for better, really.
We're at the end of the 2017 season. Sheila, how do you think it's gone?
Fantastically well. We've had some wonderful days, some very well promoted events, particularly today, and several of the others have been exceptional. But today was a big event to do, the same as at Thruxton, a big event with a lot of riders. So well done to all the organisers.
And that's it for 2017. Join us again for more time trial action next year. Goodbye.